Hi! So it is officially the 5th of July. I just had to look at the calendar and make sure that I'm being accurate here. But I wanted to hop on because with it being a fresh new month, um, can talk about my June challenge, which was my they called it a 31-day challenge, but I did it just for the month of June. So a 30-day Veganuary challenge where I ate all vegan. And I wanted to talk about it just because this has been kind of a focus on my channel, is talking about plant-based eating and sharing my journey, and so this is obviously a big part of it. So the biggest things I want to talk about are like my plant-based eating leading up to the month of June, why I decided to take June as like an official pledge when I have been transitioning for so long, like what was it about June, and what my ideas are going forward. So if you've followed me for a while now, you will probably know that basically from like the start of this channel, and that wasn't intentional at all, it just so happens to be the case, from the beginning of me making videos on this channel, I have been on this journey towards eating a plant-based diet. And last summer, as I really immersed myself in learning about nutrition and health and just like doing tons of research on food and using my own experiments and not even experiments, but like seeing what felt good in my own body, I knew that I wanted to go vegetarian again. So I had eaten vegetarian in my 20s for a few years, but I did not do it in a healthy way. Again, if you've watched my channel, you know this because I've talked about it. So I made it a goal to do like healthy plant-based eating. When I started that, I really was eating more or less vegan all the time, just for the fact that I was being so cautious about the health factor of it. I was in the process of actively losing weight last summer. So it was pretty easy at first, and what made it even easier is the fact that I had taken the time to research more about animal agriculture and the food industry, and very quickly was made aware of the ethical implications behind animal food products. And so as soon as that happened, unfortunately, I was never one of those people that was like, yep, I'm gonna go vegan overnight. I just knew it would be a little more difficult for me, but I also knew that that was my end goal. As soon as the ethical side of things sunk into my brain, I was like, yeah, this is definitely like this is where I need to be. I really wanted to align my ethics and my actions. And you hear that a lot from people who go vegan, but I really like that was like, I knew that was the end goal. The thing is, I got really lazy in the winter time, and there was a combination of factors that came into play. So between finances, my work schedule shifted around a bit, especially once I started yoga teacher training, so I was losing out on some money that way, and I'm paying my way through yoga teacher training, so on top of making less money, we had this added financial burden, if you will. Totally worth it, but it was still an added expense. We had some car problems that lasted essentially all winter and most of spring, and so not only was money being put into that, but we had a lack of transportation that we hadn't experienced before, so we began to rely a lot more on like delivery foods. And for us, it was easy to just order a pizza with cheese and veggies on it, and so I started eating more dairy that way. A lot of pizza. Pizza is what kind of screwed me up over the winter because, like I said, it was easy to get that ordered if I couldn't drive somewhere. And not only that, if I was tired or didn't feel like cooking one night or whatever, easy thing, make a frozen pizza, go pick something up from Little Caesars. Like that was just like, that became a go-to over the winter, because there were these other stressful situations that I was trying to kind of like deal with. So I will admit that I did let myself get a little carried away with the dairy over the winter, and because of that, I let my concerns with it kind of fall by the wayside. And so if I happened to eat like Taco Bell or something, I wasn't worried about piling something up with cheese. Like I started to slip a little, and I didn't like it. And especially because of the fact that I am concerned on an ethical level, right? So even though my weight was maintaining itself, normally that would be a reason for me to be like, it's fine, I can just eat vegetarian and this cheese and sour cream, whatever, it's no big deal. Like, I'm still maintaining my weight and I'm still hitting all my macronutrients, right? Like, everything, this is cool. But ethically, I was not feeling it. I just wasn't. And I have always known this. Eating a lot of dairy causes me a great deal of congestion, and so like that was starting to happen again. And so as soon as all these issues with my car got fixed and I started getting things like boxes checked off as far as like some of these finances were concerned, I figured June would be the perfect time for me to do this vegan challenge. So I decided like a week before June, like I was like, it was the end of May when I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I gave myself like a week to kind of get things out of my system, because again, I was like eating junky things, pizza and cookies and stuff that I knew had dairy in it. Got it all out of my system, and I did the 30 days, and I did not slip up. The only thing that happened during the 30 days that threw me off, and it was both times that I ate out. So once we went to a restaurant for breakfast with Matt's mom, and I got everything that I got on my meal was fine in terms of like, so I ordered a veggie skillet and I got it without eggs or cheese, so it was just like the cooked potatoes and all the veggies on top, and they cooked it in vegetable oil and seasoned it, whatever, so that was really good. But I ordered toast with no butter, and after I took a bite into it, I realized they had buttered it a little. So that was one, and then I had ordered Grubhub Taco Bell and ordered 2 burritos with no cheese, no sour cream. It was the 7-layer burritos. Not only did they not have guac that day, so it was missing the guac, but they ended up putting the cheese and the sour cream in my burrito. I was super upset. So there were a couple little snafus. And actually, this just happened today. So I went to drop a prescription off for my dad at the Walgreens, and while I was there, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get something to eat while I'm at work because I didn't pack a lunch. I'll probably get hungry, right? So they have these cashews with salt and pepper, like they're just seasoned with salt and pepper. So I grabbed them, get them in the car, I'm opening it, eating them like on my way to work, and then I get them to work and I realize there's freaking whey in these on these cashews as part of the seasoning. I don't understand. Like, why do places do this, you guys? So the thing is, if I were to have done this challenge, this vegan challenge, a year ago and then slipped up like this and seen that something had whey in it, my like perfectionist all or nothing brain totally would have been like, well, I'm just not vegan. Like, I just can't be vegan because I screwed up, right? But I guess this is a great segue. Your girl has decided after the June vegan challenge that I'm gonna just keep going. So yeah, I'm now officially vegan. Again, had a little slip up this morning. So that's the biggest thing, is like teaching myself compassion for myself. Obviously, the goal as a vegan is to eliminate the exploitation of animals as far as is practicable and possible. So, I mean, in a perfect world, you're eliminating it at all costs. But for me, I'm still calling it like a vegan journey, because it's more than even just the food. That's like another thing that I'm starting to think about, is like, what household products, as far as like cleaning products or toothpaste and deodorant and all that stuff, like where else can I begin to eliminate animal products, right? So I'm still on a journey, but I mean, it's been an entire year that I've transitioned my diet, And other than like accidents, when things happen, and I really do believe if you're vegan and you are claiming that there's this like perfection that's possible, I just am not for that. But I feel like most vegans, at least most like realistic vegans, would come to agree that like slip-ups do not determine your ultimate success. Now, if I was like going out, now that I know that this has whey in it, if I was like going out and buying these and like eating them whenever and then just acting like everything's cool, obviously not vegan. Can't use the word vegan, but I'm on this journey. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm in it for the ethical reasons. Not only do I seek to eliminate all animal products from my diet, but I do want to continue that in my life and eliminate. I've never liked leather. I've never been into that. So like, again, just trying to eliminate it in any clothing, any makeup, any sanitary products, household cleaners, anything like that. So the thing that's been great about this Veganuary challenge, I almost felt like I was cheating with it at first because of the fact that I transitioned for like 11 months before deciding to go and make a pledge to eat vegan for 30 days. Because it's like, yeah, it was kind of easier for me than it would be for someone who like up until that day before or whatever was eating meat and cheese and eggs all the time. Where for me it was like utilized as a way to just get the dairy out of my system one final time. So even though it was maybe easier for me than it would be for some other people, I'm still really glad that I did it. There's a woman that's in my yoga teacher training with me, and she ended up going vegan during the month of June, so I had someone to do it with, which was really cool, and a lot of like neat conversations got started that way when people saw that we were like changing that part of our diet. So that was neat, because just getting to talk to people about eating plant-based and talk to them about the benefits of eating vegan and maybe make some people aware that weren't aware before. Like, that's really cool. I've discovered some really great local vegan restaurants that I didn't know existed, so that's exciting. It's just been a really great experience. And my husband, like, he's super supportive about my eating and the changes I've made in my diet over the last year, and he's basically transitioned into eating like mostly plant-based as well. And seeing me do the vegan challenge, it's funny because a year ago when I went back to eating vegetarian, he was like a little not even upset about it. I guess his feelings almost were hurt when it first happened, because eating together is such a big thing for us. And for me to cut out an entire like group of food, I think he felt a little bit betrayed. And I know that sounds weird, but food is so social for us and so cultural, and so I understand it. Because I felt guilty for wanting to cut those things out. It's like, oh, well, you know, we have these certain special meals together, like, now what are we gonna do? But we just found new special meals, and he has told me so many times about some of these meals, like, that they're his favorites, and he would eat them over animal products. So yeah, a year ago, I remember when I first gave up meat again, and he was like kind of hurt by it, and I remember him being like, oh, but you're never gonna go vegan, right? Like, you won't go vegan. And that like scared me, because I'm like, ooh, he's like that averse to it. And I, even at that time, I had this inkling that like that was gonna be my eventual goal, especially because of how soon I started to research the whole ethical side of things. But now I've gone vegan, like, I've officially taken the plunge and said, like, I am vegan. I am making conscious efforts to cut all animal products out of my diet and anywhere else in my life. And again, of course, it's still a journey for me, because I'm still learning and still screwing up and all of that. But like, I'm on a vegan journey, and I'm gonna call myself that. And I know labels are stupid, but like, there's a comfort in it too, because it's, for me, it's just affirming, like, it's affirming that it's important to me. So to have something to have a name for it makes it more solid, I guess. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. We're almost at 15 minutes. But it's funny, this is like my point. Now that I have gone vegan, Matt's like so excited about it. Like he was on Twitter, like reaching out to all these vegan brands, like my wife is vegan and I just wanted to let you know that I love experimenting in the kitchen with her, and like I love all these products, and like even if I never go vegan, I just wanted Beyond Meat to know that I love their product, and like I think it's so cool, and like it's neat to watch my wife on this journey, and like he's like all about it. So I don't know, nothing bad has come out of this vegan challenge. And even though there are challenges when it comes to like ordering out, you guys have seen like 2 of my 3 screw ups came from just ordering food out and restaurants not doing the right thing or whatever. And the everlasting lesson of read the ingredient labels. I would not have cashews with milk on them right now if I just read the label instead of assuming like, oh, it's nuts, it'll be fine, right? So yeah, lessons always learned, but I'm just excited to continue this journey, and I wanted to share. I wanted to let you guys know how it went. So I've gone on for far too long. I wanted to cap this video at 10 minutes and we're at 16. So I'm gonna go, but I will talk to you guys very soon. I hope you're enjoying your summer, and yeah, just keep on keeping on. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.